Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. Here now, 2nd and 4. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
At the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing is McCarthy. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
13. Go.
Flowers going to go in motion right. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Go. 9 chase. Sit hot.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, he stays up. Flushed out right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Henry up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
their fullback try and push the pile. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
First and goal, Baltimore.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a first and goal.
He changed it. Get on, go. Get on. Where is he? Shut up.
Again, it's Ricard, the fullback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Here we go. Touch the Eagles.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Bateman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Luke now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 14. Vikings nothing. Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs downfield, and that's exactly what he did.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To the air with McCarthy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
70 left, top below 18. Go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they can get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
44-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 20.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Down the left sideline.
Breaks through the contact. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Justice Hill, 56 yards. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get it. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. A first down carry for Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first-half lead. On his loop for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score. Ravens 28, Vikings 3.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 65 yards. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's got it in the end zone. Bit of a surprising call here, down by as many as they are, but the fake works, and they'll get 2 points closer instead of 1.
Joe Weichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Loop now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Vikings 11. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone. So that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. McCarthy operating from the gun. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
They need 12 here. It's third down.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bronco 80.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Go!
Operating from the gun, McCarthy.
That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
51 yards, the gain on the play. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Go!
To the air again, McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Jordan Addison
With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
The Vikings will line
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Ravens 35, Vikings 17. Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
Set
now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Now 2nd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. That's caught. It's Flowers. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Jackson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Now it's 2nd and 10.
1-yard line.
Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Running right, Jones. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Vikings. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is caught by Addison. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And now they'll shift things around.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go. 70 Lion, 19 Lion.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. Jordan Addison. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
2nd and 12. Jackson now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. This one swung out here to Jones.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a
10
foot.
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
Now McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On his loop for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Ravens 45, Vikings 24. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Odafe Oweh. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. As Shaheed going to go in motion.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 31. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe he starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Alpha, sit on. 180, 180. Middle, check. Fresno.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Luke now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Ravens 52, Vikings 24. Tyler Luke to kick
Now
off.
after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The left side completion to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Check up.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He'll find Jones again, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens 42-yard line.
On play action, now McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Final minute now of the third quarter. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 27 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Some strong running at the 20. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
42-yard line.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Chap 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Big Lion.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Shut up. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it from running.
And
he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
3rd down and 7.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 40.
3rd and 9 here.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Report.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they...
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's McCarthy.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To the air with McCarthy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. McCarthy taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Ravens 52, Vikings 38. Will Becker to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. It looked, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run over center with Mitchell. And some strong running. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 67 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the Vikings' 20-yard line.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers from 19 yards away. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Vikings 38. Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now here is another interception. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flush to his right. That's going deep for Bateman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to take another shot here. Touchdown! A great play there. 44 yards. And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Vikings 38. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
There you go. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Baltimore, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin, along.
Do you have the time to